Yeah, I mean, we're real excited. This is one of my favorite meets. Is the last home meet that we get to have here for sure. So we get to honor our seniors, and it's going to be real fun. And then we are sending a couple three out at two at the Drake relays. Just a great opportunity for them with distance running, get better competition. So I'm just excited to see what's going to happen after we get back through this weekend.
And you just mentioned it, but why is this your favorite meet? Is it because we're honoring the seniors, or why is it exactly your favorite meet?
I just told the team it is remarkable this meet. If you look the history of it, we have our best performances, seems like always this weekend. And I do think it's the seniors' last chance to run at home. It's just real exciting. It's end of the year. People are in good shape. I think there's a lot of reasons, but I think it's the comfort of being at home. It's huge.
And the men's and women's team both still in the top 10. What does that say to maybe just the preparation and just the development of the team over the course of the year?
I think being ranked high, the kids have gained more confidence, and I think that's going to carry over. I'm hoping in the next 2 to 3 weeks for sure. We still need to get a few better marks that'll help us for the regional or even for conference, seedings. But we're pretty healthy. We don't have everybody that's going to compete this weekend, but nobody's hurt so bad that they couldn't run. We're just trying to be careful on a few. So it's going to be a smaller meet. I think there's about 11 teams, and so it's not quite as large as we've been having. And I like that because we can get a lot done and not be out there all day.
What's the importance of this meet? Y'all had a few, like 4 or 5 road meets coming in this one right before Big 12 is back here. What's the importance of this meet going into Big 12?
I'm hoping this meet is another meet of consistency. Like if you had a good meet at Baylor, but you haven't had good meets, I'm really looking for consistency. I've got to pick 32 girls and 32 guys to be able to compete, and those last 4 or 5 spots on each side are just really hard for me to decide on right now. So I'm still giving the kids a chance to compete and show me something this weekend. And either maybe you were injured early, or we have people that are just opening up the season because of injuries, and so it's just going to be fun to see how well they do. But I'm looking for consistency.
And from a competitive standpoint, you say you have to bring 32 guys, 32 girls. What have you seen maybe in the meets and the practices that maybe have elevated each other as far as the competitiveness goes?
Yeah, I have seen more people competing in practice. I have seen they realize the end is coming. Not that they haven't been trying before, but they see the essence of urgency is upon them, and so I hate that for them. And we've got finals next week, and there's just a lot of stress going on with them, and so I want this to be a fun meet, but I want them to compete hard and show me that they can compete at the level of when we go to the Big 12.
You mentioned only 11 teams were coming. Do you know some of the teams that are attending?
Yeah, K-State's of the conference is bringing a few. North Texas, Abilene Christian, and then South Plains, who's got national championship team. New Mexico Junior College. Those are Western Texas, I think, us, and West Texas A&M. So that's nearly all of them. Just a good mix, really good group of teams, but not too many. Have enough good competition in each event, I think, to where we can get out of it what we need to.
So how did it feel to just compete at the Mount Sac relays and the mark that you set? That was a PR for you, am I right?
Just under.
Just under PR. So how did that feel getting to that mark and now heading into this week, the last home meet of the regular season?
Yeah, it was awesome going to Mount Sac. I haven't jumped that high in a long time, so that felt really good. And we actually haven't gone to Mount Sac. I've been here for 4 years. That's the first time we've gone. So it was awesome to get to go, and everyone competed really well. So.
And as far as practice goes, Coach talked about this a little bit. What's the competitiveness been like? Because you have a lot of guys that are vying for those spots that want to compete in conference and nationals. What have you seen from a player's perspective?
Yeah, practice is always really competitive, but yeah, kind of like Coach said, it's been a little extra crazy. We high jumped yesterday, and it looked like a track meet out there. We were all screaming, all running around, so it's been a lot of fun.
You mentioned you just knocked under your PR. Do you feel like you can reach that going this next week or even Big 12?
Yeah, I really do. I've been feeling really good lately. I'm really not so much focused on PR in this week. I want to PR, Big 12s, regionals, and that. But yeah, I feel good right now.
Chris had mentioned you're participating in the senior festivities.
Yes.
Like Mark mentioning, how does that feel? Coming in for your last home.
Yeah.
Meet,
Yeah.
Last home regular season.
It's definitely bittersweet. I had a great time at Tech all 4 years. I got nothing but good things to say about it. So, I'm definitely happy to have been here all 4 years, but it's definitely sad, coming up on the end.
How does it feel? Competing Big 12 here.
Yeah, that's awesome. We've done indoor, but we've never actually competed outdoor at Big 12 at Tech. And I've actually at home I got a pretty good track record jumping at home, so I'm really excited.
So you were part of a pretty impressive team over the last few weeks. Tell us like how it felt to set that mark as far as school records go, and how'd that feel for you and the team before that one?
Okay, so before we even ran the 401, I actually went on TFUS to look at our Texas Tech's 401 school record. And when we were walking down to get ready for to actually run the race, I was like, "Girls, hey, we got a chance to run in the school record, breaking it." And they were like, "Nah, we're just gonna just run, just have fun." I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have fun, but uh, so I'm the start leg of the 4x1, so it's always my energy that set off our 4x1. Without me, it's just like we're crap. So running it, I was like, okay, we're doing good, we're doing good. But anchor comes up, and I was like, okay, what was the time? What was the time? We crossed it, and we saw 43:11, and I was like, oh y'all, we broke the school record. And they were like, no, we didn't, no, we didn't. And then it was a great feeling, something like I can never like get over. So it was amazing. And then hearing it from our coaches, it was like, y'all got the school records. Everybody was just like, oh, it took us a long time. It's been on there since 2012. So it was amazing. It was great.
You talked about you being the first leg in the 4x1. How does you think your individual performance has been this year to help your team succeed?
My individual performance have been okay. It could be a lot better. Um, well, I think as a being the first leg again on the 4x1, you're the person who set everything off. Like without you, your 4x1 can't even happen. And I feel like it's always an amazing feeling. And like from this year, the group of girls that's behind me, we can rely on each other as family. So that's always amazing.
You're coming off a trek of road meets, and then you get one home this week, and then also Big 12. How does that kind of feel from the standpoint of being here?
Our bodies are sore, so don't get me wrong. Our bodies are very sore, traveling so much, being on the road so many times, like not understanding. But having a home meet is amazing. We have a amazing group of crowd. We have people that's behind us no matter what, so that's always a great feeling. And just to have our people to support us and not being able to travel to other places, it's always a good feeling.
Are you competing this week?
Yes,
Or what events?
I'm doing the 100 and long jump.
Coach Kitley said, the practices have been super competitive amongst everybody because it will take 64 people total. From your perspective, like just how competitive has it been just on the track when you're seeing everybody just trying to elevate each other's game as well as the team's performances?
That's a good question actually. Well, you first you have to think track is actually an individual sport, so it takes your individual effort to make a team. So without you contributing the way that a strong contribute to you, it's no such thing as a team. But then when you say you have 32 and 32 that your coach can only take, you have to think, well, I have to make it some kind of way. Like I have to be on that, and like from that point of view, like you feel if you don't make it, you feel left out. You feel like you're just nothing. But at the end of the day, you just got to think, well, we are a team. So as long as I contribute the best way I can, that's all that matters.